Welcome to the midday. I am Angel Lee, and with me today is Mr. David Allen, the DA himself.
Good
We
morning. Good morning.
we putting it down today. My partner is not here right now, but he'll be in shortly. What's happening in Western New York? What's happening, David?
Well, I'm really kind of blessed to be here, and I want to say it's awesome to see you back in the fold again, and I'm just excited.
Excited is not the word for me. It's been a minute, like a whole year. So
Yeah,
much has
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
So many sad things, so many great things,
Mhm.
but we're here today.
Yeah.
Thankful, very
and
thankful.
and that's awesome too. An awesome word in itself because it could have been a whole other way.
It sure could have.
But we blessed to be here, and we want to say thank you to you and Jaylen for being a part of the family, part of the team, and we always can look for you, and you are on top of it.
All right, we're WTAP Live 365 and Buffalo's Own. Buffalo's Own, we pretty much we reach out to creatives to help them in reference to their artwork or any type of creative things that they are doing. What I want to talk about right now is the pandemic. Since we are a creative, it took us back where we really couldn't do many things, so we had to be very creative. First, I want to say that I'm very thankful because we did lose a lot of people during this time, but we also loved a lot of people and we helped a lot of people. Buffalo's Own, we reached out to the community during this time because we couldn't have art shows or anything, so we decided that we needed to help the community. We did several things. We did something for the essential workers where we reached out to highlight them because at this time they were doing a lot. And when I say essential workers,
Mhm.
I mean not just nurses and doctors. I mean you have your janitorial workers, you have daycare workers, all types of different people that do different things to help everyone. So what we did is we decided to do an event, somewhat of an event, where we reached out to Blanc, the photographer, where we took pictures of every essential worker, and we actually got a message from them. We had a virtual show which you could have watched on Facebook, where it showed their pictures, and it actually had a quote from them stating how the pandemic hurt them or helped them. So it was a great event. It was kind of sad because a lot of people had lost a lot of people, but we had to look at that and say it's a blessing because we were all there together to be able to do this. Also, we did something with the Compass House. We feel like it's necessary to reach out to our children because people don't realize that the pandemic did affect them also mentally because kids are used to going outside, doing stuff with their friends and stuff, but they were stuck in the house. So nobody ever thought to say, okay, how is this affecting our children? So we did also something with Block where he took pictures of a bunch of kids, which happens to be my relatives, and he captured them in a way where they were playing because they didn't get a chance to do that. I'm gonna back up a little bit because my partner just came in. He was stuck in traffic. It's crazy out here. Mr. Jaylen Law himself. Hey, Jaylen, what's going on?
I'm doing as well as I can be. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. So where are we at?
We're talking about, when we did a couple things. We did the essential workers event. We're talking about Compass House. I was getting ready to talk about that because I was talking about the children. So you want to talk about Compass House?
You're being modest. A couple of things. We did a lot of things. But one of the things is Compass House. So what I want to say, well, October last year we met with them.
Yeah.
So October last year we met with one of the executives who oversees the Compass House at the selection of you because we were looking for an organization to be able to serve and give back to the community. And so we chose to partner with Compass House. And so I was able to reach out to the director who oversees the Compass House for us to have a formal meeting about helping them fulfill their wish list for the holiday season. And needless to say, during was it Thanksgiving or Christmas? Christmas time, we were able to go to fulfill their wish list and some. We ended up partnering with another not-for-profit that hopefully we get to have on the show as well, called Clothing Kills Cancer, and they donated a overwhelming amount of um, toys, food, toiletries to the kids who are dependent on the shelter space at Compass House.
I mean, I felt good about doing that. When it comes to kids, I'm just like that's my heart right there. So pretty much, who doesn't want to do something for kids?
It was a Barnell Hill moment. Remember Barnell Hill was on Martin. So
Exactly.
You gotta do it for the children. It was just,
We're always doing it for the children. Trust and believe that.
but we were able to take it to another level. That same executive we met with, we're currently in talks about providing a interior art installation for the kids as well.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Just to capture how we feel and how it can help them by just looking at the artwork we have created.
Most definitely. Hopefully we can get that. Hopefully we'll get that in during the summer of this year. If not, definitely 2022. Well, I wonder what would be the vision of how can we encapsulate something that is inspiring for those kids who are dependent on the services of Compass House, to not only beautify their space, but also something that can communicate and give them a vision for themselves as they graduate from that space onto developing their lives as they move away from Compass House.
That's something we can put out there to our listeners to get some ideas, pretty much on what can we do to help these children heal.
Most definitely, most definitely. Well, I think regardless of what the outcome will be, we will, as always, execute to the highest of our abilities with the team that we have, a part of Buffalo Zone Incorporated, and I think this will also take us to a whole nother level as an organization, but also I look forward to seeing 5 years, 10 years down the line, how some of the kids that we will run across as we're working in that space talk about the impact of what we bring there.
Exactly. We also did a couple other things during the pandemic, far as feeding our community.
We did a lot of feeding. We did a lot of feeding. When I say a lot of feeding, I mean that in beyond what I envisioned. It was another one of those ideas we came together on. It was like, hey, we should. How can we use art? If art is a car, if art is the moped, how can we move that moped and be able to use it to better serve people who are going through tough times in the community? And we always have this formula. We just have a seed, and then that seed just kind of just grows into something. So a beanstalk.
Yeah, we run with it.
Beanstalk results.
I mean, we do have some people that helped us out. We had Leap Buffalo, Brandy Barrett. Darren Doc Thomas is always everywhere. If anybody knows him, he shows up and he does the work.
Doc, he's the one who came out for our last feeding event.
Yeah, Doc is there, standing on corners, shouting, like, come get this food.
And register to vote. He was also out there getting people to register to vote as well.
Yes, and the community helped us a lot. A lot of people made donations, family, friends, you name it. When it came to feeding people, everybody was like, I'm in. You know, coworkers, I mean, they were shelling out dollars, and I was like, thank you very much.
we can use all your donations. We had what, about 2-3 month long tithing offerings. The plate was just being passed along all around the community, and we are so thankful that the community came out the way it did, and being able to ultimately support those who are in need, families who are in need during this time. Because as you know, I mean, from my research, for the past 10 years, food insecurity in Buffalo has always been a topic of discussion um, amongst how it affects different populations in the city. And a lot of wonderful organizations um, have been trying to find answers to be able to fill that void to make sure people at bare minimum can have a proper meal before they end their days.
I mean, I feel like that is true, but I feel like the pandemic really brought it out. I mean, it's unbelievable of how many people was in need. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It was sad, but it was a good thing because we were able to help.
You know what? It was sobering. Sobering. That was like the perfect word to me. Not sobering of being able to go through the experience of seeing the many cars drive by and grab groceries, but also sobering to the fact of taking inventory and taking stock of being able to measure where you are versus where other people are
Sure.
as well.
So really, once this pandemic is over or we get through this, it doesn't need to stop
Oh, no.
because people are still in need. And I honestly think that people think, okay, once this is over, we'll go back to the norm. We will never go back to the norm.
Right.
I mean, we're going to be wearing masks for a long time. At least I am.
I mean, you CT, you COVID traumatized. You got COVID trauma.
That's an understatement. I could say many things about that. Just people in general, how they're dealing with it. And I'm not understanding why they don't get it.
Right.
And I'm like, how many more people do we have to lose for them to wake up?
Right.
I mean, even when it's up close and personal, they still don't get it. But me, I got a whole nother thing that I'm doing.
Taking necessary precautions during this time becomes very important. Regardless of your position, just make sure that you are taking care of yourself to the best of your abilities. Physically, of course, but also the mental and emotional part of it. Definitely make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I think as we move forward, when things go back to quote unquote normal, Buffalo's Own will definitely be in position to keep using art as that platform to figure out how to help people in these different areas, whether it's food insecurity or any other area that we can identify to help.
So we're going to lighten the mood a little bit. I mean, it's a bit serious. Normally when we're doing a show, we're laughing and joking.
All right.
And this is kind of heavy right now. So we're going to talk about what we are doing as Buffalo's Own. We're going to talk about Art Expo, something that we did 2 years ago. And then COVID hit and smacked us in the face.
It feels like yesterday. It feels like
Art Expo is huge. The first one we did, the DA was there. He was in awe because it was huge and we didn't expect the outcome that we got. So Jaylen, you want to just let them know what Art Expo is?
Yes, of course. I'll let other people know what Art Expo is. Art Expo is an experience, and it's an experience to be able to provide business owners, large and small, artists, whether you're beginning, emerging, or we call it emerging, whether you're emerging or you're in the middle of your career, is an opportunity for you to showcase your talents and services in front of a large crowd of people, to be able to not only market yourself, but also be able to sell your products and services. Art Expo is a void filler during the early spring of the year, to be able to give people the opportunity, businesses and organizations, those opportunities to show off what they got, what they have.
Guess what? Art Expo is coming back. When is it coming, Jaylen?
August of this year, 2021.
And guess what? We're doing a book expo too. When is that coming, Jaylen?
In June.
June. So for all you creatives out there that was sitting back during the pandemic, writing, making up your stories, whether it be poetry, whatever you were doing, it's time to let the people know and show them how talented you are. So we're asking you to be a part of Book Expo. So in order to do that, what do they have to do?
They have to email us at buffaloes at Buffalo's Own, BUFFALOS OWN 716 at gmail.com. You email us, we will send you the form, and also to pay for your vendor fee, and you'll be in. How many slots are we taking for this?
Far as local authors, probably about 15, 20. And we are selecting some vendors also to be a part of it.
Okay.
So we have vendors that are returning vendors that are always with us. So we're giving them the opportunity to come back to, to be a part of it.
And of course, and if you want more information and you are on Facebook, because not everybody's on Facebook, you can go to Buffalo's Own. That's our Facebook page, and we have the Buffalo's Own Book Expo event on there for more information on how you can register. And please, and while you're on there, please follow us to be up to date on all information about events that we host and presently in the future, as well as when you find that flyer of the book expo, share that around. Tag as many business owners as many upcoming authors within the city. We want to give Buffalo's Owners is about not only providing platforms for one medium of artists, but for all artists in all capacities.
I mean, we talk about Buffalo's Own. Jaylen. Everybody wants to know, who is Jaylen? Jaylen, who is Buffalo's Own?
Buffalo's Own is I can start here. Buffalo's Own our mission is about providing resources for artists of any at any level of their careers, local artists in Buffalo, New York, to give you the resources to grow creatively and professionally. And this, I call it movement, is about filling a void, that being an example to fill the void, going back to the word void, that has been missing, that doesn't provide artists the opportunity to grow beyond where they currently live at. You know, that Buffalo is a small market, creatively speaking, and so we are putting ourselves in a position to be able to provide artists the opportunities to grow in larger art markets. So how do we do that? Each year we collaborate with, as one of our major projects, each year we collaborate with galleries, businesses within larger cities, and we host and curate group exhibitions for artists who may not or would not get these opportunities. If you're a painter, if you're a drawer, if you're a graphic designer, you may have to pay a fee to be able to be considered to get into a large show, and there's no certainty or guarantee in that. So we are in the position of trying to provide those resources necessary so we can get your work out there, and hopefully you take the opportunity and you leverage it to levels beyond your wildest imaginations.
So we took a trip to Philly, and it was great. I mean, it was everything that I expected. It was a great show.
Shout out to Carl.
Exactly. We're going back. We're gonna visit a lot of different places, right, Jaylen?
Yes.
Where are we going?
Well, we have a couple places in play right now. So there's Art Gallery, 345 Art Gallery in Chicago, that is interested in curating a show. We also have Masani House in Dallas, Texas, that is very interested in curating a show. We'll be talking with the owners of Masani later today about what those details look like. And of course, we have Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta. We going, no doubt.
Either way, one of them we going somewhere.
No doubt.
It ain't going to be in 49-degree Buffalo right now. It's going to be somewhere with some warmth and a lot of support and love for art.
True. I mean, we get it here. We get a lot of support and love from our family and our friends. I relaunched my brand called Exclusively by Angel Lee.
Whoa.
And I've been having small shows to get my name out there and other artists. And it's been really good, but I need the people. You know, we are the type of people that need to come out and visually see things and touch things. That visual stuff and that Zoom in, I'm over it. I want to be in another Zoom meeting.
You Zoom, you ZF, you Zoom fatigue.
Yes, I'm truly over it. So we're starting to create more events so people can come out and be a part of them. Exclusively by Angel Lee will actually come to you and do a home show or your business. If you want to get your friends together, we can do that. And I'll feature myself and other artists. Jaylen is doing a lot of stuff too, and he's going to talk about it. I mean, he's all over the place. I'm looking for him, and he's in another state. And I'm like, you didn't tell me. You know, you can't roll without me.
I just do it. I just do it, and I explain later. That's usually my style. I'll initiate and I'll cultivate, and then when people ask me, "So what are you up to?" I look back and I got 40 different things set up that I didn't even realize that were set up. I was just too busy working. So let's see. Other than working to curate the next Buffalo Zone collective exhibit, currently I have a couple of deals on the table that I can't necessarily talk about, but
See there?
but-
Shade is
but
real.
However, there's a lot of things going on. One of the things currently what I'm doing is I'm working to get my emotional intelligence coaching certification. So basically, I come in and I can, as those words they mean literally mean what they mean. I teach people how to develop their emotional skill set so they can develop a better quality version of themselves, be it personally or in business.
We need that.
I just finished a contract with the Buffalo Urban League, working with some of the young adults who are working to get their GEDs. So it was about 8 week. It was an 8-week emotional intelligence class where we worked on different subjects, whether it was self-awareness or self-management. And around that, I bring a creative flair to that. So that's a mixture of music and art to be able for them to better process the information I'm teaching. Other than that, I've created emotional intelligence art kits. So they're literally in the name, they're art kits, but also they have additional resources to help you develop your emotional intelligence skills. So when I say emotional intelligence skills, is either self-awareness, self-management, social management, or relationship management. So each box is uniquely different and will deal with either of those things. So I'm currently launching, getting that off the ground, and it will be in distribution with a large platform soon, God willing.
All right. You know, it's a lot of people that we as Buffalo Zone would like to thank because they helped us stepping stones, you know. WDAP, Angelita and David.
Of course.
Telling you, I mean, family.
Hey, we met them at the Art Expo.
We met David.
See, amazing things happen at the Art Expo, people.
We have Catherine Cahoon from Spectrum News. She's always there to highlight and do a show on whatever we're doing. It's unbelievable. I want to thank her because she did a piece on me that I was amazed. But she put that story together like I was all that. But I'm like, I appreciate that. Who else? Blanc. He stepped in and said, you know what? I'll be your photographer. And whatever pictures you guys need, I'm there for you. Who else do we have? How about the people in Buffalo Zone?
Ms. D, Doretha Edwards, Jay Hawkins, Chantel Patton.
The bag lady, that brown bag. Everybody know about that? The Black Business Directory?
I don't think we may have an international crowd. So what is
Black, white, green, purple? It's a business directory. Okay, and if you are looking for someone or something, like if you need somebody to do an event, check that book out because she has everybody in there. She's doing something great for Buffalo. She's putting us on the map.
Yeah, most definitely. And she is a great asset to have a part of Buffalo Zone.
Exactly.
And last but not least, Miss Camilla Lee.
Exactly. She's our photographer.
Every event, even when she don't feel like doing it, she's
on point. She's been my friend for a long time, and if I ask her for anything, she's like, "Okay, what is it now?"
We just gotta convince her that she's an artist.
Exactly, exactly. So we have a lot of great people in our corner. If I forgot anybody, please forgive me. Um, we have so many supporters that follow us.
Mhm.
It's amazing. You know, people are waiting for us to do something. And I'm like, oh, that's a good thing. But I'm like, trust and believe there's an event all the time. It's in my head. When I work nights,
Right.
I text Jaylen, I'm like, let's do this. Let's do this.
And I wake up and I take a look and I'm like, okay, so what does this look like? What's the structure?
And I just text them, be like, oh, what, 3 paragraphs. And it's like, okay, we're gonna do this. And Jaylen's like, okay, let's make it happen. So that's what we do.
Of course. And special thank you to all the businesses that have participated in our events. That, because without you guys, we would not be here. Art Expo wouldn't be Art Expo without you participating. The grand opening that we had a couple years ago wouldn't be the grand opening without your participation. Um, even the business events that you've had within the past couple months, that wouldn't be it without the participation.
Exactly. We have Mimi from Taste of Siam, always on point. I mean, whatever we need at any given time, Mimi is there. We did paint and sips with her. We've done all kinds of stuff with her. So I want to give her a shout out because she's always there with us.
Mimi can be considered the day one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So we have this circle, we have this family that we definitely appreciate. So when we roll, they roll. When we roll, you'll see WDAP, you'll see Taste of Siam, just so many people they're always there for us, and we appreciate that.
And we're also going to see WDAP at the Book Expo.
That's right. They're going to be at everything. That's a given. That's what we do.
So authors, this will be also your opportunity as an additional moment for you to promote and market yourselves, to talk about your creative process as a writer and what future projects you may have coming up to start building on top of your fan base, your audience.
Trust and believe, I know.
Because remember, as I said before, we're Buffalo Zone. We're not, when we host these events, we're nobody without the people participating. As artists, you're nobody without your audience as well, to a certain degree.
That's true. That's very true. So at this time, we're going to talk to the DA. Because the DA is the reason that we are here right now. He came to our art expo and he was like, "Jack, got going on here?" If you know the DA, he's got this pose that he does. It's crazy. And from there, we came up to the Utica Business Center and it was on. We started our show. So right now, we are going to talk to the DA. He is going to put it down.
That is Deacon DA to you.
You're right about that. Okay.
I got you.
I'm very blessed and I'm very blessed to be part of this program. You guys gave it awesome. And I can't, thank you guys enough because again, you could be anywhere you want. You chose to be with the WJP family and we have a long history. And to say that is because we go further back than you guys really know.
I'm sure.
Like backseats and umbilical cords.
But I'm very proud of the accomplishment you guys have done and proceed to do. Because again, you guys did something that probably nobody in Buffalo ever dreamed of. And I've been on this journey for a long time. Okay, let me put it to you straight. 43 years.
Older than me.
And I started
Wow.
BET first came to life.
Mhm.
And, we tried to give local artists a platform back then to showcase on a national level, not just local, and it worked pretty well. And, I'm happy, and I'm happy to be a part of you guys.
We appreciate you and Angelita.
I mean, one of the things about Buffalo Zone, one of the things that we highly value is family, and once we create that relationship, that familiar relationship just evolves on, keeps going on.
Awesome. You said mentioned before, when you guys do something, we there. Point blank. No question that. We there.
And Boss Lady is on point. She know who she is. Boss Lady be putting the work in. Y'all have no understanding. I'm at work working 7 p to 7 a, and 4 o'clock in the morning. Boss Lady is putting it in. I'm like, do you ever get any rest? I thought I was bad.
But, to make something of this magnitude,
Sure.
and I stepped back, and you remember our anniversary, you were there,
Yes.
and we presented the station to her as an anniversary present.
Yes.
And
It's
she's been
beautiful.
running ever since.
She's been running. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah. And I applaud her very much so because when she thought I had it bad, we I can't even take my wife out for ice cream. Huh? Then again, son, he won't even go with me till I get ice cream.
But that's the way it is. I mean, we as women, when we decide to do something, we put the work in.
And I applaud her wholeheartedly because this is what we work together. And we see it for what it is, and she's taking it to another level. I can only take it so far.
Right.
And I had to swallow my pride.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You already know. And I had to say, okay, I had taken it as far as I can. So now you take the baton and you go.
Right. But understand, she has your back. She has your front. So you don't have to worry about anything.
I trust her wholeheartedly because I offered up a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And for those who don't understand that, that's a
I understand. It's all about the vision. And if you have that vision and she has that vision, you can do great things. And that's what Buffalo Zone is about. It's about a vision. So we continue to grow because we have a vision to do great things, not only for ourselves, but for others.
Right.
And that's another key because we can do more for others. than
There you
we do
go.
us.
There you go.
I'm a true believer when God calls me, He's gonna ask me what did you do for your fellow man? And He's gonna pull up the sheet and He's gonna run it down.
The DA.
It's gonna be a heavenly audit.
Yeah.
A HA. Aha.
And I'm very proud because now I get an opportunity now to sit back and watch it materialize and say, okay, I'm no longer the face behind it all. I just sit back and just watch.
True. All I see is great things happening now and in the future. Big things. And as I was speaking with Boss Lady, I told her, I said, whatever you need, I am there. Because I just see big things happening. So trust us, you will see us Buffalo, Atlanta, Chicago, North Carolina, Philly, you name it, Texas, we're gonna be there.
And mentioning the fact that the trip to Philly, I was supposed to be there with you guys.
You were,
That's
you
all I
were,
forgot about that.
you were. Yeah, we were supposed to roll out together, WDAP, Buffalo Zone, but David didn't come. But we did roll out. It was a fun trip, right, Jaylen? It was an experience.
But you let the guy that wanted to have fun behind. races, and you kept WDP along with you. So we were there.
Always, always. Trust and believe when we fly the friendly skies, because we probably won't be driving anymore.
Absolutely not. Not if
If
it's Texas.
If it's not within 8 hours, we will all be there together.
Listen, look at here. I was the driver to and fro, and to again to pick up whoever made artwork that did not get sold. We will not be driving to Texas. I will. I'll go as far as Chicago, maybe. Lord willing,
Jaylen.
maybe Lord willing, if the Canadian border open up, that shortcut can be made. But yeah, we're not taking that road trip to Texas like that. Not like that. Not going to middle America. I'm not stopping.
But that's a whole nother fight. And I think our social activists can say that.
Yes, you can. It's politically correct.
And things are changing. They're changing fast. And I want to say thanks to our young Americans, and I'm going to send a big shout out to my son up there in Minnesota.
I've seen that on point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing a miraculous thing out there. I mean, come on, wow. He's doing a huge thing in the community. Rachel Hudson and his fiance, Christine Monaco, they are doing an awesome job. So we're judging as far as the Midwest.
That's great. We have a lot of listeners, and today, before we went on, and a few days ago, I was putting it out there. We were coming back, and the response I got was great. I appreciate everyone who's listening today, near and far. I mean, trust me, we rolling.
Of course. And the airways and physically.
Okay, David, talk about the artwork.
In my office, which I frequently be in, I have some nice artwork by Angel Lee, and it's awesome. And if you look around the studio, there's some pieces that Jaylen has done, and you as well, presented to the studio.
Well, I appreciate the support. It means a lot to me to know that you value my artwork, you like it.
I love it. It expresses something that I cannot do.
Oh, yes, you
I
can.
have no artistic artwork in me.
You express it through your voice. Your voice is the painting instrument.
And that's wonderful. That's awesome. We would all like to live our dreams. And right now, I would have to say, I'm living my dream too. Even though I have to go to that place.
Which will not be named on air.
That place. It's a means to do other things. But trust and believe when I walk out of that place, they don't know. I mean, so right now, I'm doing everything that I want to do. And I'm living my best life. And we should all do that. There you go.
And taking that opportunity and that chance. Because a lot of people spend 30 years in a job and never get a thank you.
And it's true.
You know, and you know, that behooves me because I worked in the industry for another company, and I gave them almost 30 years of my life.
And it didn't mean a doggone thing when you walked out the door.
No.
Exactly.
Say it again, son.
Exactly. So, many people say that, oh, I can't draw, or I can't do this. My story is a story within itself. My family and my friends, they always say to me, when did you start drawing? I was like, I don't know. It just happened.
I just did it.
I just did it. I was inspired by other people. I looked at their artwork and I said, I can do that, I guess. but I have my own creative flow. I don't do what other people do, and I will tell you what I can't do. So pretty much, what I give you is what you get. That's that's just the way I am.
Angel Lee is the middle school lunch lady who tells you ain't no more chicken nuggets. It's just mashed potatoes and gravy, and that's all you're gonna get. And you better get out my face and have your $2.50 at the end.
Am I that bad, Jaylen?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm glad you guys are having that awesome expo
Hmm.
because I'm going to be dropping. Here it goes.
Say what?
Here it goes.
Do we need a drum roll for this?
Yes, sir. I'm going to be dropping that book next year, and I'm going on tour.
You know what?
Me and my guitar.
Oh shoot! I was gonna say I was gonna go with you, but
Like Calhoun Tubbs from Living Color?
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
I'm going to go on tour. Me and my guitar and my book.
you know what, David? We will be there to support you.
And I know you guys-
Trust and believe. It'll be an awesome event because that's what we do
And
for one another.
especially if you bring your guitar, you got a background singer right here.
Trust me.
She got her own microphone too. You ain't even got
All
a
right.
Carry it up.
See the drum kit? Let's set up back here, right?
yeah.
All right there.
Trust me. It ain't no party without Angel Lee.
All right. There you go. It's been set in stone now.
Just stay in C minor. That's all you gotta do. Stay in C minor, you cool. Each song.
There you go. We like to improvise.
That's so awesome that you are writing the book. I think everybody has a book in them and they don't believe it, but trust me, everybody's got a story to tell. Many stories. I started out telling stories when I was a little kid. They were lies, but I was telling stories. And from there, I decided to write children's books. But that wasn't my first book. My first book was a book of poetry. And it was me expressing a lot of things that was going on in my life. But it was an outlet for me. From there, it was the children's books. And now I have 2 books in the making. And they're going to be awesome. They won't be out for Book Expo because I can't write that fast.
Wait, hold on.
What?
You gotta
What?
talk about your virtual book exhibition you had last year.
You can talk about it. There was so much going on. I was like,
it was a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, she so during the pandemic, I did a lot of things as she mentioned before. But one of the things I taught myself how to program virtual art exhibits. And so as a part of Buffalo Zone during that whole month of May and June, we did a 2-week series of virtual exhibits, and it ended up getting on the news because it went from something that's small of providing opportunities for local artists, and we started expanding internationally. I ended up getting inquiries from artists in Thailand, Nigeria, and India.
That's a lot.
And
See there?
well,
No.
I'll send you the news clipping, the news video. But one of the things that we did, or we made an attempt to, was to do a virtual exhibit for Angel Lee, for Little Brown Girl.
Yes.
And within the exhibit, it's still up. You can, how I had it set up is like how a painting would be lined up next to each other on one side, one big wall. I put each page lined up in that manner, like big paintings framed, and people could click on each of the pages and they can hear Angel Lee read the story. Yeah, we can do it.
We can do a lot, David.
We can do all things.
Because with God, all things are possible.
I'm hearing you. Especially when I believe in the word.
Trust and believe. I mean, we've done so many things that I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we just do it. It's a common theme in our personal lives, and we brought that into Buffalo Zone. We just do it, and it just blows up into something totally different than what we may have had expected.
It, it was so crazy when I pulled up. I had to take a deep breath because I was like, "What in the world is going on?" My heart was like racing. I was like, my niece was like, "You got to get here. Somebody want to give you guys an award," and I was like, "What?" And throughout that event, I had to sit down because I had to take it all in because it was amazing. We appreciate everyone that came out, all the vendors. I mean, we had a live band. We had WDAP. We had DJ Hands. We had everything. You name it, it was there.
It was hard to get people out.
Oh yeah, of course. We had the food. We had the food, no doubt.
Shout out to Mimi.
Exactly. Taste of Siam once again. Always there.
You gonna slide the U in Hungary? You gonna slide it? You gonna slide it like home base, huh?
And actually, the entertainment we had was She Rise. That band is awesome. I mean, they did their thing. I mean, the flow was just so great. It was everything.
Shout out to that couple that pulled up in a limousine during that event too. I was expecting that.
Always. Really? Yeah. She was always inspired. She's that woman on the move. The boss lady. What do you think? She had this all along. I already knew. Say it again. She had no idea. She had no idea all this craziness was coming, huh? Because she had no. No. I couldn't even get her to do paperwork. Come on, son. Done. And next thing I knew, we were up here and I was training her how to run the board and everything. And then all of a sudden, a light came on. Bing! And then she became CEO of the company. And I had to catch my breath then because I was on the road. And things started to mature. Mm-hmm. And it happened. And I could not go any further than to offer up our child. Once she touched it, solid gold. Trust me, solid gold. It's that woman's touch. Moving is not the word for it. It's the express train. And I'm still trying to get but it has been an awesome ride, and I thank her wholeheartedly. A lot of times, significant other does because they don't have time to catch. Hello. I'm becoming like trying to catch a ride. Hey. Trust and believe. That is so true. I mean, she's doing her thing. I mean, she welcomed us along with you with open arms. It's like, what do you guys want? How do you want to do it? And I appreciate that.
You're taking it to a whole nother level because what I've accomplished, I created a foundation.
True.
And she said, okay, you're done. I'm done. I said, okay, not a problem. You know, because in my history in broadcasting, it wasn't until my 60th birthday when I really realized I've been doing this for 43 years
Older than me.
of my life. Real talk. That's true. I started when I came out of high school. And as a 16, 17, 18-year-old, I was begging to get in the UFO. Way back then. And that's why I got my start.
Well, let me tell you how WDAP is just all that. Boss lady was like, I got a big announcement. I got a big announcement. So I was working nights and I sleep during the day. I set my alarm clock so I could be up to watch the announcement. She was taking so long. I was like, I gotta go to sleep. Please hurry up. And the funny thing about it, when she made the announcement, I could hear somebody in the background talking. And do you know who it was? It was David. It was David. He was so excited. I mean, it was WDAP Live 365, you know, big, really big. That right there made me feel good. I was like, this is awesome. So, you know, I give them all their props because they did the work and now it's paying off. And we are a part of it now. So it's a great thing.
It's a historical moment. You don't realize, I mean, you like,
We're making Black history.
Say what?
Black history. Again, people don't understand what we're talking about. We're creating. So my brands will one day look back and say, well, my granddad, he did that.
That's a fact. That is definitely a fact.
We just applaud everybody in Buffalo area, whoever ever tune in to listen to David, whatever reason, David didn't like me, but you did, and again, I have to say thank you. I'm humble. I don't have to have that tip on my shoulder because God blessed me to be a part of the land of the living and do what I enjoy doing.
I thank our supporters because without them, we wouldn't be here. I mean, when I say support, my family they come hard. When I say support, my friends, they come hard. They're always there no matter what I'm doing. I can say, oh, we painting the wall. They're there.
Yeah, and I remember when you guys were putting up the
Walls.
mhm.
Huh?
Yeah, putting up walls.
50 people.
Oh, that's
putting up
right.
walls.
It's a wall party, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, that's an awesome testament to you and the family. They were there,
Yes.
wholeheartedly.
Yep. Everybody showed up, showed out, didn't want to go home,
They wanted to.
didn't want to go home.
As I said before, that was the hardest part of that whole day.
You know, it's time to go, y'all, because we tired. It's been a long, long, long haul.
After the work,
Whew.
I know for a fact that when you do something like that, very, very creative value. Because when you put the nail in and you watch that wall go up, something special.
That it is.
Something special.
Truly is.
You ready to put some more drywall up?
Absolutely not. Trust me. The next time we walk in the building, it's gonna be like the zoo. It's done. I'm like, nope. That week was no, those months, whatever it was, I've never been so tired in my life. It was to the point we were delirious. No, get it right. 12 hours. 12-hour days. 12-hour days. But you got to put the work in. But I know God has something in store for us because we started at one gallery, we went to another gallery, but guess what? The next one, I don't even have to say.
Yeah, most definitely.
There you go.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Ordained? Preordained?
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, I always say that you don't have to have a building to create an event, have an art show, or do anything. You can stand on a corner and do the same thing. Exactly. It's all about the people.
Of course.
You know, it's all about the people. So it's not about a building for us anymore. It's just doing things for the community, helping people out, doing whatever we can to
make things right.
make things right.
Let me put a word on you. I go as far as back as Figmos. Oh, what's up, man? Come on now. Figmos.
I don't understand that. Yeah, I really don't understand.
Finally, I got my own market. Hmm?
You do. You really do.
You really do.
And again, I go as far as back when you could walk down Jefferson and just go, and the older guys will shake your hand and say, "Young man, what are you doing? Where you going? How you doing? How you gonna get there?" And that's where I came from. So I want to extend that courtesy that was instilled in me to the younger set.
We
younger
need that.
gen.
We need that.
We definitely need that.
We need that.
And that's one of the
that's one
things
of the
that
things
we're
that
trying to do is reach out to our young people to give them hope, vision, and to let them know that there is somebody out there that is in your corner.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So,
Because
Jaylen does that a lot, you know, with the younger people.
Yeah. I mean, because they glorify all the bad things we do, but they don't want to, glorify the things that they accomplish.
Exactly.
And that's where WDAP comes in to glorify our young people.
Speaking of that,
Huh?
Jaylen, I mean, not Jaylen, David called me the other day and he was like, I've got a vision. He was like, I want to take the kids to a water park. And I'm like, of course, I was on nights and I was half asleep. I'm like, what? I'm like, David, we're in a pandemic. And trust me, I love the kids, but I don't do water parks. I don't do public pools. And I hope you can swim.
I don't do kiddie pools.
I hope you can swim because if something happens to the kids, I'm going to turn my head and say, David, get them. Because I'm like, no, we can't take any kids anywhere right now. But when the time comes,
you that person. The kid is in danger. Move your arms. Just move your arms. This way, not this.
I don't do public pools, water slides, any of that stuff. I'm just private. It's just too much going on out there.
I got you.
Too much in the water. And I'm not talking about the drinking water. He was like, "You an event planner? You got this." I'm like, "Nope." Nope.
I mean, you can do unless you're trying to do a virtual water park.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Or maybe. See, maybe that vision. Vision don't have timelines. Maybe that ain't something immediate. Maybe that's just for something down the line. But either or, you're not doing water parks.
I'm not doing water parks. It's not. I'm clear. Trust me. I had a bad experience at a public pool before.
I can hear the pain in your voice. You didn't have to say nothing.
And trust me, I was like, never again in life. So don't ask me. I'll stay in the hotel. Y'all take the kids. Yeah, you did.
You know,
And it's so bad, he Google called me. I was like, why is he Google calling me? I said, why did he just call me? I mean, he was excited, and I had to shut him down.
yeah, just turn it down a notch.
Always. Because David is up at 4:00 in the morning. I know this, besides, the boss lady, because Messenger, David is on me. Hey fam, how you doing? I gotta respond. I'm like, what's up, family? Good morning.
We know you up. You can't avoid it. Like Earth, Wind, and Fire said, you can't hide. And I bet you.
Yep, I'm up, early riser, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And my mind is going like, what can we do? What's next? True. I sleep sometimes, but my mind is going, just like boss ladies. I'm like, it's always a vision. It's always an event. So I start texting Jaylen at 3:00 in the morning. Hey. I'm not the only one.
Because I be up.
Exactly. I'm like, no time to sleep,
I can't
y'all.
avoid it. I just gotta take it in and just look.
But he will disappear on me.
Yeah.
And when he disappears on me, I'm like, I'm about to call his mother.
Like Elijah Muhammad once said in the 60s, I think it's right that the king gets to take a hiatus. And Texas got him a residency in Las Vegas on the Strip.
What David doesn't understand is I love live entertainment, and I do know a couple people that are trying to put things together. And I tried to put an event together for this year, but it didn't happen. But it will happen. So David, when you're ready to get out there, do your thing. I got my mic.
I'm telling you,
Jaylen, please tell him. Tell him.
Yes, there is sparklies on it, as you say.
I have a mic.
It
I was
sparkles
born
and
with a mic.
glistens. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
he got the music notes on there and everything. He got the count.
I mean, a mic is a great thing. It's a powerful piece. It lets your voice be heard. So that's why I'm here loving this mic. I told David when I came in, I said, take some pictures of me, okay? He's gonna have to retake them because he was like, is this right? And I'm like, okay, we gotta redo this.
So we need a photographer in here.
And we do. I mean, most definitely. But the mic is a good thing. When we first started out doing the show, me and Jaylen, we was like nervous. And we were like, take 1, take 2, take 3. But now it's just an easy thing for us. It's just a flow back and forth. It's just a conversation. You know what?
See, why y'all are. All right, be careful what you wish for.
I was like, did she really just say that to me? Y'all don't know.
She will do it.
When I was little, I had a close and play. I was like, a DJ? I was like, that's a great thing, to be out there and making the people happy. They're going with your flow of the music. So, something else for me to think about. Because I have a lot of friends and family that they're DJs. and they'll help me out. But I just got to find time, in that schedule of mine. Maybe I should retire.
They'll give you that stage presence.
That's all we got. It's time, y'all.
It's gone so fast.
Very fast. It's been a good thing.
Yeah, so we can go out for the song, and you guys will say anything before we cut out.
Please, by all means, for Book Expo, any authors out there, if you want to be a part of it, please email us at buffaloes, BUFFALOS, on 716@gmail.com. For our expo, you can email us there as well for more information on that. And we look forward to serving you.
You heard it first from Angel Lee and Jaylen Law. We out. One down.
How many days? You got 239, 240 days left in the year. So divide that by